It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Another delicious recipe brought to you by Salati Sugar. Always good, always sweet.
I hear music in my ears, but I think that's just because I'm hungry. I'm in this kitchen and there's coconut smells, and then there's Ben Orkin. How you doing, man?
Good, and you?
Ben is missing his first class of school at the moment. I said to him, where are you supposed to be? He's in Hertzleer, and he's missing, is it Juffrou de Bruin?
Yeah.
Hi, Juffrou de Bruin. He's missing Afrikaans class at the moment. Say hi to her.
Hi.
Say hi to everyone.
And hi, everyone at school at 11D.
Okay, what are you making?
I'm going to be making a creamy coconut cake.
A creamy coconut cake. I'm intrigued. He's only 16 years old. What's your blog called?
benskitchenblog.com.
I love it. I love it. And this is your own recipe?
Yeah.
So you made it?
Yeah,
You created
from
it? Okay.
scratch.
How do I get started?
Okay, so to start, we're going to add the sugar to the butter.
And I must say we're using a nice Salati today. I had to check that out earlier. Today we're using the Salati Plantation Select. So it's a lightly washed sugar that adds slight sweetness without changing the flavor of the baked goods. But that coconut and that butter and that sugar will go well together. But before we even get to the coconut, are you creaming?
Yeah.
Come, make some noise. Let me hear.
Turn it on.
All right.
And cream it until it's all light and fluffy.
Okay, and then what happens next?
Okay, so now that it's light and fluffy,
right, so we assume.
We're gonna crack the eggs.
Okay.
I use a knife, it's the easiest way.
It's the easiest way to crack an egg. Okay,
One.
so how many eggs do you use?
4.
Okay. And there's no fuss, eh? Like I can
No.
use the egg yolks and the whites and everything else.
That's...
Did you really come up with this recipe yourself? I'm very impressed.
all my recipes are my own. So
All your recipes are your own. Okay.
making a bit of a mess.
That's fine. We make a lot of mess in this kitchen. All right, so
Okay,
in
so I'm
goes...
going to turn the speed up a bit.
All right. How long do you normally do that for?
Maybe about 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix all my
I'm going to
dry
switch it off a little bit because I want to hear what you're saying. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you do next?
I'm going to mix all my dry ingredients, which is the
All
baking
right, so
powder.
all the dry ingredients into the flour. What kind of flour is that?
This is just plain cake flour.
Okay, all right.
And then bicarbonate of soda
Yeah.
and a pinch of salt.
Little pinch of salt, okay.
And then I'm just going to mix it together.
And I see that the coconut's there already.
Yeah.
Is this coconut milk? I'm smelling
this is
something
just
nice.
plain
It's just ordinary milk.
coconut.
Oh, okay. Something smells
Okay,
really
so
good.
now I'm going to turn this back on.
All right.
And I'm going to add my vanilla essence
Yeah.
or extract. And then this is optional almond extract.
That's what I'm smelling.
Yeah.
The almond essence. Okay, so almond extract, that also goes in there.
Okay, so now that it's all mixed, we're going to mix the milk and the dry ingredients alternately, starting with the dry and ending with the dry.
So it's starting with the dry and ending with the dry. Okay, so you alternate.
Yeah,
Okay.
bit at a time. And then the milk a bit.
All right, so let's assume that you've already done that, Ben, and it's all in there and you've alternated and that it's all mixed through. Let's switch that off a little bit so that I can hear what happens next. Okay, so let's assume that all of it's mixed
It's
through.
all mixed and
the
it's
coconut's
creamy
also
and
in there.
delicious. No, now that it's all mixed,
Right?
I add my coconut, which is just plain desiccated
So
coconut.
that goes in last.
Yeah.
Okay, so that goes in last.
And then
mix it
you
through.
mix it more, and then once that's mixed, you pour it into your bunt cake tin. If you don't have a bunt one, you can just use a normal one.
Anyone that you can find in your mom's kitchen.
Yeah.
All right, how long do you put it in the oven for?
I bake it for about 50 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
But it depends what oven you have. So.
Okay, and how do you test your cakes normally?
I use a stick and I poke it through, and then if it comes out clean, then it's right.
Excellent. Now, the cake is done.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
This is what we make.
It's right here. Okay, our keyword for this morning, Salati to 33728, so that you can recreate Ben's recipe at home. It's really his, and it's from his blog. What's your blog called again?
benskitchenblog.com.
Ben's Kitchen. Okay, how do we make the topping?
Okay, so I prefer, I'm not an icing fan.
Yeah.
So I just like a normal royal icing.
Right.
So I'm gonna pour my icing sugar into my bowl.
Yes. Ben, I'm very impressed, I must say.
Thank you.
Yeah, up until now, very, very impressed.
Okay, and then I'm gonna mix my water, just a little bit of water.
I see you only use a little bit. You see, that's why my icing's never successful, because I use
Yeah,
too
it has
much
to be
water.
very thick.
Okay, thank you. So you mix that through.
Mix it.
And how will you put it on the cake? Do you just smear it in?
You can use a spoon and you just sort of pour it on the cake and let it drip over the sides.
Ah, and you
It's a
drip
nice
it over this.
effect.
It is a nice effect. Oh, I'm very impressed. Ben started this recipe on his own. He's making a coconut cake this morning, and he's also showing me how to make icing, something that I haven't mastered up until now. Not successfully. I've tried making it, but
Now you will.
Yeah. What do you do with the leftovers?
Okay, so there's usually leftovers.
Yeah.
Unless you
Scuffed
just,
it all,
yeah.
right?
What's nice is to actually slice it and then toast it. And then put a little batter and honey.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, let me see how you ice that
so
cake.
now I'm gonna ice this.
So while Ben is icing his beautiful coconut cake that he came up with a recipe
and you sort of just
himself,
let it do whatever it
we
wants
let it
to.
do whatever. This is how we got to this point.
Cream butter and sugar. Add eggs, then vanilla and almond extract. Mix flour, baking powder, bicarbonate of soda and salt. Add dry ingredients and milk alternatively to batter, then add coconut. Pour into cake tin and bake. For the full recipe, visit the Expresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to www.expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword Salati to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe on our website. SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs, T's and C's apply.
Our keyword is Salati to 33728, and you can recreate Ben's recipe at home. It smells good, and the next day you can toast it and put butter on it. I don't think we'll have any leftovers because Ben, we were busy making this cake, and you and Leigh-anne just stormed in here. Morning, guys.
Look,
Morning.
I'm sorry, it's going to be hard to share this one, Ben. It
What
looks
do you
amazing.
do?
Okay, so now I'm gonna pour.
Okay, so while you do that, say bye to everyone.
Bye.
It's time to go.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.